7 years ago, I made a decision that people told me it was unnecessary, it was confusing, and it was even harmful to my children. The decision I made was teaching my kids our ethnic language while living in Canada. 7 years later, this is the update I have for you guys. Today, my kids are fluent. Today, my kids can write our language. Today, my kids can read in our language. If you're there and you're an immigrant and you're thinking, is it even worth it? Can I even do it? Keep watching. This video is for you. Hi, I'm a mom. I live in Canada. I'm raising my kids in Canada, and I have successfully taught them our ethnic language. I come from Uganda, and my ethnic language is Runyankore Ruchiga. This video is my 7-year update because my oldest is 7. I have intentionally taught my children my ethnic language, and in this video, I'm going to give you the 7-year update. So in this video, I'm going to share with you everything, like the whole truth. I'm going to share with you the wins. I'm going to share with you the sacrifices. I'm going to share with you the regrets. I won't call them regrets. I'll call them challenges. And then I'll also share with you the lessons I've learned on this journey. Without further ado, let's get started. And I'll begin with the wins. Win number one. Win number one, my kids are fluent in our language. My kids can speak our language. My kids can read our language. My kids can write our language. My kids understand humor in our language. My kids understand jokes in our language. My kids understand proverbs in our language. My kids can hold a conversation in our language, like all the time, without mixing a single word of English. My kids can switch from English to our ethnic language, Runyankore Ruchiga, naturally, without struggling to say out the words. My kids can naturally switch a conversation from English to our ethnic language, and vice versa. My kids can talk to elders in our ethnic language without freezing, without looking down. No, my kids can actually communicate. My kids can actually hold a conversation in our language. My children are born in Canada. That's win number one. And that brings me so much joy. As someone who has taught them for all these years, I feel like, yeah, this is what I wanted. As someone who has taught them, I feel good that my students are learning and they are loving what they are learning. Win number two, we have a strong family connection brought by our language. My kids communicate with their grandparents without translation. No need to translate. Like, they can have that conversation without, what did you say? What does that mean? I don't understand. No, like, everything is solid and they understand whatever their relatives are saying without having to translate anything. And that makes the connection so natural. And, you know, my kids communicate with grandparents without translation. Like, my kids understand culture jokes. My kids understand the stories in our language. Our culture's values make sense to our children. So in short, language turned culture into a lived experience, not just what they hear, that in our culture we do this. Not that's what they hear, this is what it means, this is how they do it. No, they have actually lived the culture. Win number three, my kids have a strong identity and confidence. My kids know where they come from and they love it, and they read about it every day. They ask questions about where they come from every day. Like, every day I can receive like 100 questions about Uganda. Like, what about this? What about this? How do they do this? What are they doing now? What is the time in Uganda? They relate to where they come from, and they can confidently exist in those two worlds. I just see it when we visit. See this when we visit their friends. Like, when we visit their friends who are English speakers, like, they immediately become like Wazungu. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I'm like, are these the children I was with the last minute? And they come back home and we're having a rich conversation in our language. And I'm like, wow, you can do both? And I'm like, yes, 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 yes. This is what I want. This is what I like. So, and yeah, I love it. Win number four, we have a deeper parent-child bond. Let me tell you guys, emotional expression in our language is different. It's not the same. It's really not the same. You know, in English, things are different. But when you're expressing yourself in my language, if you know me, I'm a Muchiga, and you know us Vachiga, you know how we do it. We have energy. You get what I mean? We enjoy the moment. We like emphasize stuff. So like, I love that in them, that it has, like, they know how to do it like the Vachiga way. I will give you an example. Friday we have something called Uganda Culture Night in our home. So during Uganda Culture Night, we do everything Ugandan, like everything on TV is Ugandan. Ugandan songs, Ugandan stories, Ugandan everything. So once a song goes on, like at some point, once a song goes on and it's like, for, you know, the Wanyankole dance, for it is somehow, it's gentle. And then the Chichiga dance is like energetic. For us, our traditional dance is energetic. So when it goes on and it's like the Wanyankole dance, the gentle way of, like the way, for our children are like, this is not the Chichiga dance. No? Then my kids are like, oh, these ones are like joking. And I'm like, now you know the difference. So if you're Mchiga, you know what I'm talking about, because we relate in our language, and I love it. Discipline, storytelling, affection, all those things feel richer, and it really feels like we have an inside language in our home, if you get what I mean. So really our connection is really deep because of our language, because we are the only ones that speak it. Everywhere else, it's English. So we really feel that bond and we like it for ourselves. So now part 2 is going to be the sacrifices. The sacrifice number 1 I've made is that, or you have to make, is that you have to know that you are going to be alone. Your neighbors are not going to help you. Your friends are not going to help you. Your kids' friends are not going to help you. The school is not going to help you. No one is going to help you unless you have like grandparents or you have like relatives around. Maybe those ones can help. But for me, I don't have any of those. So I am alone, or I was alone. So you have to be able to know that this is worth it, even when no one is clapping for you. You have to be able to know that this is worth it, even when everyone else thinks you're wasting your time. You have to know that it is worth it, even when it is hard, because it's lonely, guys. It's so lonely. Like, the kids of my tribe here, but they do not speak our language. It's really lonely for my kids, but do I wish they had people to speak to? Yes, I do. But are they there? No, they are not. So what do? We do it alone. So it's lonely. And because it's lonely, your language only exists if you create space for it. If you don't create space for it, it will not exist, because it's really a lonely place to be. Sacrifice number 2. You will sacrifice convenient. Of course, guys, look at it. English is faster. English is more convenient. Sometimes I used to be very tired to be consistent, but sometimes it was easier for me to translate what they asked, but I did not, because I knew what I wanted, because I knew if I did the opposite, if I did all that, they would not be to this level of fluency if I translated everything they asked. If I said, okay, let's now read a book in English and we go. If they asked something and I explained it in English, if I didn't have to take the time to actually explain what they asked in our ethnic language, they would never understand it. But I took the time to do it as I wanted it to be done, as opposed to what was convenient at the time. And that's a sacrifice. Something else I had to sacrifice was social comfort. Like socially, with your friends, with your family, especially immigrants and people in your circle. Of course, people who are not in your circle will not speak to you, will not give you those comments. But things like stop wasting your time, things like why are you wasting your time, things like the kids are in Canada, things like why are you harassing the kids, things like you're wasting your time, like all that, all those statements. They don't need to speak the language. Yeah, they don't need to, but I want them to. Statements like, who are they going to speak to? Guys, I'm here, they will speak to me. So what do you mean, who are they going to speak to? They live in Canada, I know that. English is more important to you. So yeah, I had to sacrifice the social comfort. Yeah, there's some birthdays I didn't go to. There's some events I didn't take them to because it wasn't convenient for us to be there. So yeah, at some point you have to do that. The reason I'm talking about this social comfort aspect is because these comments can get to you, especially if you're struggling, because it's hard. It's not easy, guys. It's mostly our friends or our family members that say those things, and they make you feel like maybe you're doing a mistake. But you have to develop a thick skin and put clear boundaries. If it's making you feel bad about yourself or feel like you're doing the wrong thing, maybe you need to like tighten your boundaries, because it's already hard. It doesn't have to be harder. That's the sacrifice. That's the other sacrifice that I had to make. Sacrifice number 4, time and energy. This thing of teaching your kids your ethnic language away from home is time consuming. It takes away your energy. It drains your energy. Look at this. From constantly repeating yourself. You have to repeat something over and over and over and over again for them to get it. And even if they get it 2 minutes later, they're like, what did you say? And then the energy, sometimes you don't have the energy for it. You're just tired. It's time consuming, it's energy consuming, but the sacrifice is worth it, because you will love it when they're older and you're speaking in your language and your kids are connected to your culture. Your kids know where they come from. Your kids like understand the aspects of your culture, not just know your kids understand your culture beyond having that culture name of theirs that you give them, that they don't even know the meaning, that they don't even know how to say. Teaching my kids my ethnic language has been time consuming, energy consuming, but at the end of the day, when you see the results, you're like, yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it when you see your kids speaking with you, when you see your kids connecting to their culture, when you see your kids understanding their culture, when you see your kids asking questions about their culture, when you see your kids actually knowing their culture. They know things about their culture, like they know why you do things the way you do them, not just following, like we do like this. They're like, why? And you have to explain. Your kids, you feel good when your kids know their name, they know how to say their name, like they know the meaning of the name. It's beyond surface level. Your kids know their name, they know how to say it, not saying it in English. They know how to say their name, they know the meaning of the name, they know where the name came from, stuff like that. Like the connection is deeper. It is so time consuming, the explaining of stuff. Children ask questions, like 1,000 questions every day, and it's so time consuming. For me, I had to do it in my ethnic language. I want to translate, so I knew it had to be harder, because when you translate it's easier, but when you explain in your target language, it's hard, especially for them. And even you yourself, you may not have all that vocabulary to like explain something to come out right, but you can think about it and remember it. Sometimes you've just forgotten, like because you're away from home, but like that whole aspect of avoiding translation and trying to explain in the language, it's all time consuming, it's all energy consuming, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. The other sacrifice I made when I was teaching my children our ethnic language was creating resources that were not available. Our language is a very it's not spoken by many people, it's really spoken by a few people. So there's not enough literature, there's not enough resources for kids to learn. There's no books. There are very few books, very few like online videos. Like how these other popular shows have like shows running every day. In my language, it's not much, it's really limited. So I had to create my own resources. I remember I had to like write my own workbooks. I had to get the few books that were available. I had to hire someone to sing some nursery rhymes and then record them for my children. So I did that as well. So I had to create my own resources at some point. So yeah, that's also a sacrifice I made. In general, teaching your ethnic language, especially if you're an immigrant and you're abroad and you're not back home, there's a lot of emotional labor that is going on. Like your mind, like you're already busy, life is already hard. You just have to sacrifice if you want it so bad. Part 3, the regrets. I'm not going to say the regrets, I'm going to like rephrase them and call them challenges, because I don't really regret anything for sure. But the challenges I got were like, yeah, I'm going to like call them challenges, because I really have no regret. So challenge number 1 was like feeling guilty, like when my children pushed back. I felt like at some point I felt like, am I doing too much? Am I pushing something that they are not interested in? Am I like overdoing it? Am I pushing something that is not natural? But at the back of my mind, I'm like, wait a minute. I speak 4 languages. Half of this world, everyone speaks more than one language, like half of the world. So I don't think I'm doing something wrong. The other challenge I faced and I still face is expecting community support and community, like people. I thought when I do this, people are going to like it and also do the same for their children. No, but I was wrong. I thought I would get people to talk to. I thought I would get people who are doing the same thing. I've actually not met any so far. One of the reasons I started a YouTube channel was to get a community online. Somehow thought I would like build a community, have like-minded parents, us doing the same thing. I thought we'd have like co-ops where we would meet and then our kids play together in the language. I thought I would get that, but I didn't get it. I haven't gotten it, and I don't know if I'm going to get it because I've done it now for 7 years. I haven't had anyone who is interested, especially in my community, in my surrounding. And that's why I now try to go on YouTube and see if I can find a community. So guys, if you're here, thank you for being here. If you're teaching your kids your ethnic language, or if you plan to teach, or if you want to teach, or if you're wondering if it's possible, yeah, I'm here to tell you it's possible. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I will answer all of them. Because my dream here is to build a community of like-minded parents who want to teach their children their ethnic language, immigrants who really want to connect to their culture. 7 years later, I don't have any community still. I don't have any accountability partner. I've tried to send some emails to some moms that I've seen. They don't really answer my emails. I've tried to connect to some people on Facebook. People are really not interested, for sure. Not many are interested. Like I've tried to send some messages in WhatsApp groups of like community members, but still no one is interested. So that's a challenge, because I wish my children had other children to speak to, but they're not there. Once I accepted that it was going to be like that, I was going to be alone, it became easier, because now I don't struggle to find anybody, because I know it's unlikely that I'm going to find somebody. Other challenge I've gotten in these 7 years is starting literacy late for my younger children. Once I had more kids, it became harder for me to juggle like everything, like teach older kids and then teach younger kids. So my younger kids can read. They started reading late. My young one started when she was 5. Yet my older one started when she was 4. I feel like it's because I didn't give her enough time, but I'm glad that she's catching up. And now, part 4, the lessons. Like, these are things I know for sure. Lesson number 1, consistency beats perfection. That one, just know for sure. Consistency beats perfection. Showing up every day is better than showing up once in 6 months. Showing up every day for 10 minutes is better than taking them for a lesson on the weekend. Showing up daily is really everything. Lesson number 2, your language survives only when you use it. If you don't use it, it will not survive. It will end with you. So choose what you want. Do you want your language to die, or you don't? If you want your language to die, stop speaking it. If you don't want it to die, speak your language. Society won't save you, your school won't save you, your friends won't save you. You will save yourself. Speak your language. And I encourage parents to speak your language, even in public. Let your kids know you can speak your language in public. Let your kids know they can speak the language in public. At one time, my kids asked me, so do we speak the language also here? And I'm like, yes, you speak the language everywhere. Some kids will know if you speak it only in your house, they will know it's for the house. Speak your language in public as long as you're speaking to your children. What you do in your home is more important than what is done at school. Lesson number 3, you're not just teaching words, you're preserving your culture. You're writing history, creating a belonging, you're creating identity, you're like deepening your roots. If it ends with you, it ends forever. Want that? You're not teaching words. At the back of your mind, you may think you're just teaching them what to say a cup is. No, it's much more than that. Lesson number 5, the payoff comes quietly, not instantly. Let me tell you guys, after 7 years, I see stronger bonds with my children. I see stronger bonds within themselves. like they're strongly connected. 7 years later, I see confidence between switching from one language to another. Like they're so confident in it that they know when to say what. They know when they get their friends, immediately it has to be English. They know when it's us, it immediately has to be Runyankore. So they switch it effortlessly, and like the emotional expression that English alone could not give them, they have it. The payoff is really quiet, and once you start realizing it, you will feel good for yourself, you will feel good for your kids, you will just feel the connection becoming deeper and deeper. My final encouragement to you is teaching your kids your ethnic language in Canada or in any other country where you are, as long as you're away from home, is hard. It is hard, it is lonely, but it's deeply, deeply worth it. It's deeply worth it. If you're consistent long enough, your kids will speak your language. If you're an immigrant trying to teach your kids your ethnic language, hit the like button. If you want real, honest conversations about raising bilingual kids, immigrant life in general, subscribe to my channel. And if you want to keep the conversation going, please comment down below and let me know which language are you teaching your kids. How is it going? I'll be in the comments and I will reply to all of you. Thank you guys for watching my video. See you in my next one. Bye.